mentioned before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Georgia Southern will kick it off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He'll try the left side. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. All right, guys, let's look big picture at James Madison. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got enough for the first. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running behind that left side. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Dukes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And it'll be downed right there. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He'll toss it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25. Give him 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Dukes! And they turn it into a defensive score. The extra point here would tie the game. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job of making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know what the...
He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the... Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Dukes offense, and we'll see what they have schemed up. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot, and we're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
He'll keep it on second down. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by Blue.
It'll be third and long.
Stop! Wilson! Hey, look! Stop! Blue, idiot!
From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And the Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll test the right side. Turning it on. Touchdown, Eagles! Once he got some room, it was over. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point was good. The returner will field it and bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The keeper on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Dukes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. To the air on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw on third and short. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
From the gun, the ground game. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Really, the MO of this offense is their ability to run the football, and they've been trying to get this guy going. They've given it to him time and time again. Just really hasn't been a lot of space and a lot of place for him to go. You got to give the defense credit, especially their front seven. They are winning in the trenches so far this game.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock. But more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, James Madison. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his big tight end. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And it's a sack. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Quarterback may change this route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Dukes. Took it all the way back to the house. Extra point here will tie the game. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Johnson looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And, man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws it deep. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the and oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Dukes will kick it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just
makes a grab and room to run. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Eagles headed quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
and great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
He wants to change this route. Johnson looking to throw. Right on the money. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? Georgia Southern comes to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Gets away from one, finds room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And
Here's a little room there. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And the Dukes are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Dukes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, James Madison. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. The Eagles moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Making side adjustments here. Johnson wants to throw it. Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Finds his big tight end. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Eagles peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on second down. Under fire. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Just keeps slinging it. Dumps it to the back. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Complete to the right. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The Eagles land the counter punch.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. James Madison's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Swings it out to his running back, and they're able to get him down.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He's in open space downfield. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and fortunately ended up losing yards.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Here comes the heat. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense? If you punt this...
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on fourth down and keep the drive alive. And the Dukes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Strong, firm tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. They'll try it over the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation?
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And he's wrestled to the ground.
All right, 4th and short. You need a field goal to take the lead. There's less than a minute left right now. I don't think you get aggressive here on 4th down. Just kick the field goal to give yourself a chance to win this game.
And it's good! And they surge on top here in the final minute.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Hauls it in down the sideline. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And talk about stepping up in a huge moment of the game. This guy's been relatively quiet throughout the game, but here in a 2-minute situation, he makes arguably the biggest play of the game so far for his offense. Nice job.
Firing to the right, complete.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but if things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Timeout is called with just a single second left. This to tie things up in the final minute. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance in overtime. And he got it! And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Quick completion to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Johnson looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And the defense sets the tone right off the jump. Great job executing. This is exactly why you want to play defense first and not giving up yards, forcing a long field goal.
Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Gives it on the option. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Spins away from the defender. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth, into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, looking for the end zone.